Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358.
And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala.
So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talk. Monday. Airport in Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. Hey, have you heard that commercial that played about the Fraternal Order of Police and Professional Firefighters Union hosting the candidate forum on the 29th of this month? That is this Thursday night at Firehouse 1 in the community room. Yours truly will be the moderator of that debate. So I encourage you, if you seating is limited, but I encourage you, if you can get there, if you want to have an introduction to the candidates, you can do so. We're also extending an offer to all candidates the week of August 22nd. We're going to try to bring in District 5 one day, District 4 one day, District 3 one day, District 1 one day, and the mayoral candidates to get their take on where their stances are about a month before the election. That'll be that week will be about a month before the actual elections take place on September 21st. So we're going to try to bring that kind of forum to you live on the radio in the week of August 22nd. There will be invitations extended to every candidate, and the ones that show up will show up. So looking forward to that because a lot of times when you go to candidates and you ask forum questions, you know, if you go like this event that the firefighters are putting on, the police department's putting on, the Fraternal Order Police, and the firefighters union is putting on, the professional firefighters union is putting on, they have a set of questions they ask, and those questions get asked and they get answered. There's not a whole lot of back and forth. It's not like a debate like you would see on TV. It's more of you ask a candidate a question, get their answer, and then you move on to the next question. We'll do the same interview style that I always do here on the radio, but it might be a little tough. It might be some candidates will have to answer questions that they might have to think about for a moment and take a moment to say, And yeah, there'll be some people wondering, did he really ask that question? And yeah, I'll really ask certain questions. So I'm looking forward to that opportunity as well, brought to you by WOCA, your source for all your election needs and news. So stay tuned to us for all your upcoming news and information about the upcoming elections. The Marion County Public School Board says that face coverings will be optional for the school year. Other measures, maintaining at least 3 feet of social distancing, hand washing, practicing good hygiene are recommended, just like during the summer session. They made that decision last Thursday. It also agreed to allow volunteers back in the school, though the school board will encourage those volunteers to be vaccinated. Of course, the board does recognize it can't require proof of vaccination. The decision came after the board held a lengthy discussion with health experts, Marion County Public School administrators, and others in work sessions. Diane Gullett, Marion County Superintendent of Schools, said she supports face coverings being optional. That's what they did for the summer, and they were successful. She noted that the school district has been working hand in hand with the Florida Department of Health in Marion County to make sure that COVID doesn't take over or get a mass outbreak in the schools. But right now she's saying it's workable, and I respect people's opinion to do what they need to do, whether they want to wear a mask or not. The local health department administrator addressed the board on Thursday. He saluted the school district for a job well done, keeping schools operational, not having to shut down schools. He also noted Marion County is in the middle of a spike, rising from 97 cases during the week ending June 25th to 625 cases in the week ending July 15th. But that is still way down from the 1,988 cases a week that were reported back in January when schools were open. So the school board has agreed to let parents make the face covering decisions for their children and allow employees to decide for themselves. So there will be no mask mandate that you're required to wear a mask in Marion County Public Schools. The suggestion is that it's optional. Face coverings will be optional for Marion County schools. And, you know, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If your parents want you to wear a mask, wear a mask. Bayside, Ray Wayside Park. If you're an avid boater, that's a destination you know about because it's launching boats and paddle crafts to access the Silver River. That park is very popular for that. But there's been money being set aside for a project that will cost nearly $1 million for a number of years. And it's the renovation of Ray Wayside Park. All the launching structures are going to be replaced. ADA, the bathrooms will be made ADA accessible. County Commissioner Craig Curry brought up the improvements at last week's budget workshop. I've had a handful of calls on the Ray Wayside Park. You and I have had other minor discussions about it. But is this going to be pretty significant improvement? Jim Couillard, who is the director of Parks and Recreation, acknowledged the issues of deteriorating ramps, lack of handicap accessibilities, telling the commissioners the improvements will be largely focused on the waterfront. It's just gotten dangerous, and we want to make sure that that's not something that's going to happen. They elaborated more on the planned improvements to the park. Now, the park is located at 9564 Northeast 28th Lane. That's in Silver Springs. The Star Banner had listed the improvements that they're going to do. They're going to replace the surfacing of both existing boat ramps. They're replacing the wooden dock structure with a new floating dock system and gangway passages. They're adding a shaded pavilion near the boat ramp. They're replacing the concrete bulkhead at the south end of the waterfront with a grass slope for launching paddle crafts. They're adding handicap accessible kayak launch system, a handicap accessible fishing platform. They're constructing new restrooms that are going to be handicap accessible as well. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming to Ray Wayside Park, but it seems like they're all going to be do for the betterment of the park. $1 million in renovations are coming. In 2022, it's going to replace all the launching structures and make the facilities accessible to Americans with disabilities. So kudos to the park and recreation system for noticing there was a need. They've set this money aside, and they're going to do the renovations. And why not? You know, we're back open. The Silver River is one of our gyms in our area. And so to go to that boat launch and see that things would deteriorate, you know, it's kind of like the company that took over Silver Springs, you know, the concessionaire that's got the restaurant and everything. They've done a lot in renovating some of those buildings, and I'm cleaning that place up, making it look a lot more presentable. It's actually a good time going to Silver Springs now. 3 years ago, I wouldn't have told you that, but it actually is a fun event going to Silver Springs, to the park itself now, which used to be the amusement park with the zoo and the rides and all. But just going to that part of the park itself is still a very enjoyable experience. And I couldn't say that 3 years ago, but I can now. And I'm not familiar with Ray Wayside Park. I don't have a boat. But now that I know they're putting it, and somebody goes, well, what about paddleboarding? Have you seen me? I'm fat. I don't paddleboard. Let's be honest. But they're going to do a lot of renovations to Ray Wayside Park, a popular Marion County boat launch. Because it does give you access to the Silver River. So you got those changes to look forward to coming from Parks and Recreation. Coming up after the break, you know, I'm a Disney fanatic with the park. I'm going to tell you some life hacks that will help you get around Disney, navigate Disney a little easier. We'll do that next. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. I am Tom Schmitz, your host. If you want to give me a call, 622-9622 is the number to call. We'll take your calls next, right here on The Source.